have tuned in to WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist. And this is Big C in the morning. This is and I said the Friday morning show that starts your Friday morning right off right in your weekend early. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, I have been, I've been off this Friday. I forgot my hat. Now you can all see my beautiful hair. Look at all, and it's not right. It's sticking up. It's sticking up. I wanted to wear the hat so I could flatten it down. I forgot my hat. I lost my mouse to my laptop. That's another L. And then I forgot my earbuds because I wanted to listen to music on the car ride home. And that's three L's, and in one day. Oh my goodness! And we still don't have a president yet. Oh man, this is gonna be a long, long, long Friday. But anyways, I'm here to talk to you guys with some topics I have figured, and let's talk about it. So yeah. Also, what's crazy? It's 54 right now here in Columbus, 54 degrees, and it's gonna be 70. So I guess you can call it spring in November, or whatever. And yeah, so we got some topics to talk about today. Let's get down into them. So the first topic today, Christmas music. It basically brings everybody together because, everyone likes Christmas music, right? Right? Of course everybody does. Christmas music is like the best kind of music for, one holiday. And basically the rest of the year. So, yeah. So, Christmas music is usually played during Christmas time, right? Well, not really, because today at 5 on a radio station in Columbus, I don't know if you guys noticed, it's 93.3 The Bus. They're going to start playing Christmas music. And today is November 6th, so November 6th is kind of December 1st for, those radio stations playing Christmas music. So that brings me to the debate topic of today. Should Christmas music be played early or during, the month of December? Honestly, nobody cares about Thanksgiving. Nobody does. Nobody cares about Thanksgiving, people. Nobody cares about Thanksgiving. Seriously. Thanksgiving is like a meh holiday. It's a meh holiday because it's just people coming together, families coming together, and, giving thanks and eating lots of food like turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry sauce, all that good stuff. So we can kind of skip Thanksgiving and go to the, Christmas, because Christmas is the best holiday in all of holidays. So if there was a goat holiday, it would be Christmas. Seriously. Christmas is the best holiday ever. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I feel bad for you. But there's other holidays in December like Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and they've got their own traditions there. But Christmas is like one of the best holidays ever. I know some people can agree with me, because seriously, who doesn't like getting presents under a bright and colorful and decorative tree? Seriously. But people are like, oh, why are you playing Christmas music like right now? Seriously, it's not even December. Honestly, I feel like people need to get into the Christmas spirit right now, because with all this stuff going on, 2020 going on, it's just like, okay, dudes, we gotta put some Christmas music on so we can get into the Christmas spirit. And I really wish there was some Christmas music here on WDG, because if we played some Christmas music here, it would have been sunshines and rainbows for everybody, I think. But yeah, we do need to get some Christmas music. So yeah. But some people think Christmas music too early is like stressful. I don't think Christmas is stressful. Seriously. I don't get stressed when it's Christmas. Seriously, I don't. Like, what's so stressful about Christmas? Nothing. Nothing is stressful about a holiday that you like to celebrate. I mean, some people have, their thing for like, oh, Christmas is stressful. Why are we hearing Christmas music now? I'm probably gonna stress out trying to find that new toy or new game system for my kid, and oh no. Everybody just needs to take a deep breath and just let the emotions out or something. I don't know. But I don't think Christmas music is like stressful. I think it's just to get you in the spirit. Like, hey, it's Christmas. Hey, it's 2020. Hey, it's still 2020, but Christmas. So yeah, I like Christmas music because you know Christmas music is like the best thing about Christmas. And honestly, with them starting right now, I think it's about time I need some Christmas music. And I was going to listen to some Christmas music um, on the way on the ride home, but since I don't have my earbuds, and it's not going to be 5 o'clock in like a billion hours, I guess I'll just wait until I get home so I can listen to it. So, and we got a comment from Kira Ann Van Meter, and she says, "Yes, I've been jamming out to Christmas music. Cool. I'm glad you're listening to Christmas music now because everybody needs to listen to Christmas music because 2020's been the most awful year in in the world basically because you got coronavirus, you've got killer hornets, you've got the presidential election that's taken forever. You've got a lot of stuff that's going on here. So pop in that Christmas CD and just jam it out to it. Now, next thing, what are some of your favorite Christmas songs by a particular artist? I like um I like a lot of Christmas music from all these artists, especially Elton John. He's got a good Christmas song. It's "Step Into Christmas." I don't know if you've ever heard of that song before, but it's a pretty good song. It is literally a pretty good song. Like, have you ever listened to that? If nobody's ever listened to that, you should listen to that Christmas song. It will get you moving like fast. It is a great song. It is a really great song. Um, Wham's "Last Christmas" is pretty good. Like seriously, like I think when I think the 80s and 90s, that's when artists are like, how can we make more money? And they're like, oh, Christmas music. So they started to release these Christmas albums, and I think some of these Christmas songs that these artists did are better than some of their original work. So yeah, but I think sometimes when artists start to redo the same Christmas song that has been done a million times or maybe just once, it kind of gets repetitive. See, that's the problem. Some Christmas music can get repetitive. Like you're like, "Oh, I just listened to Rocking Around the Christmas Tree by this artist." And oh wait, there's another one by another artist. So you'll start getting to see some copies of, the same song by a different artist. And it makes no sense. I don't know why, but it makes no sense. Why would you redo a song that's already been out and, people are like, oh, it's the same song but a different artist? See, the people will always remember the original song done by the original artist, not the original song done by a new artist, because it doesn't seem to sound the same. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound the same. We got another comment from Kara Ann Van Meter. She says, playing the NSYNC Christmas album is tradition around my house. I did not know NSYNC has a Christmas album. I may have to listen to it. So I can get a review on it. I did not know NSYNC had a Christmas album. It's it that is that's crazy. So yeah, NSYNC has a Christmas album. That's something I didn't know. You may be asking how. I've been living under a rock. So yeah. But anyways, back to the Christmas music thing. Yeah, just if you're an artist out there, don't try to repeat the same song over and over again, because we might have like 50,000 more, like 50,000 different Last Christmases and 50,000 Jingle Bells and maybe 50,000 different song types of Carol of the Bells. Like seriously, there is just so there's just so many versions of particular Christmas songs. Like seriously, what if there was another um Blue Christmas? Blue Christmas was done by the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. And what if another artist did that, and then another artist did it, and then another artist sung that song? Seriously, if you have a different artist sing the song over and over again, if you have the same song and multiple artists sing that same song, it just gets repetitive. You see, that's the problem with Christmas music. Sometimes it is very repetitive. And I say repetitive, 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 repetitive. Yeah, it's really repetitive. I don't know why you don't make your own Christmas song. Like seriously, they should just make their own Christmas song. Be like, Christmas, blah 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 blah, Christmas, blah blah blah, Christmas, blah blah blah, Santa, blah blah blah, presents, blah blah blah, stockings, blah 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 blah. See, that's what it should be. Not don't copy other great songs that have already, broke, maybe records or made people happy. If you copy the same song, it's just repetitive. It's repetitive. And I think I know the reason why is so the people who recorded the original songs, they probably went to their estate or to the record company who recorded that song and be like, "Hey, can we please redo the song so it could be hip and hoppity with the new generation?" And the record companies are like, "Yeah, okay, you can do that. It's legal. It's America." And guess what? They record it, and I'm like, "This is the same song, and I don't find it to be better." See, I like the original Christmas musics, the original Christmas music that have been, played since probably like the 1950s or the 1960s. So basically, just go with the originals. The newer versions will be like hot garbage. That's a new word I'm coming up. The new versions will probably be hot garbage. Seriously. And I don't know who did Last Christmas. I think it was like probably either Avril Lavigne or someone, but it was some lady or maybe even Taylor Swift who did Last Christmas. I know it's a artist who is a woman that sung Last Christmas. I don't know who it was, but I prefer Wham's Last Christmas over that lady's the woman's Last Christmas, because let me tell you something. Wham is undefeated. If you put Wham up against an artist who did one of their songs, Wham would be the winner, because George Michael and that other guy, I don't know who he is. I should do my research, but I'm gonna do my research right now. So yeah, George Michael's a great artist, and it's sad that he passed away. And yeah, we all wish George Michael back. We all wish that a lot of people were still alive, but life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And yes, I just took a Forrest Gump quote into this radio show. So yeah, don't blame me. So yeah, it was George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley. So those are the two people. Wham. So Michael and Ridgeley are the OGs of Last Christmas. Seriously, if you play that current Last Christmas song that's been done by that artist lady, it it's kind of good, but you're like, We kind of like the Wham version because it has that like techno piano that goes. Instead, you got a guitar playing that Last Christmas thing. Like seriously, guitars are not cool. I'm sorry, people, but guitars are not cool. I like pianos. Pianos are cool. Yes, I said pianos are cool. I think pianos are much better than guitar. If you have a problem with that, feel free to comment in the comment section below. So yeah. So yeah. And if anybody tried to do Step Into Christmas again, I'd be questioning. Like seriously, Step Into Christmas by Elton John is like one. It has to be in somebody's top 10 most greatest Christmas songs of all time. If not, you need to put it in there. Like seriously, Step Into Christmas deserves to be on a top 10 Christmas list. Well, Christmas music list. So, um, I don't think anybody has done Step Into Christmas again. So, I guess that's called an untouchable. An untouchable is a song that will never be touched because it is perfect music. It is literally perfect music. Seriously, a lot of songs cannot be touched. A lot. Oh, we got a comment from my good buddy Montana Silvaboda. He says guitars are way cooler than pianos. Montana, pianos have been around for like hundreds and hundreds of years. When have guitars, been around? Probably, I don't know, 1940s, 1950s. So everyone will, recognize a piano because pianos have been around for a long time, not guitars. Guitars have been around since like the 40s and 50s. So, yeah, I just destroyed your facts and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, back to the untouchable music. If you listen to a great song like I don't know, maybe Jingle Bell Rock, maybe Step Into Christmas or Last Christmas or any Christmas song, and you're like, "Oh man, that song is good. I hope nobody touches that song and does it again." And then you hear on the radio, "And now here's that same song you just listened to from a different artist." And you're like, "What? Why? It's the same song, but it's sung by a different artist, and it won't sound the same." But sometimes the newer version of the song by a different artist will be, better. And I have to say, some of those songs that have been done by, newer artists, they have been better. I don't know which ones though, because I haven't listened to Christmas music in about last December. So yeah, seriously, I have not listened to any Christmas music since last December because, come on, people, it's Christmas. I only listen to it in December and maybe early November. But I know one time that Christmas music was played on a on like the first day of November. I'm like, that's extremely early. That's extremely early. Like seriously, I feel like November 1st is a little early. I think like the week of like Thanksgiving, I think that's a perfect time to play some Christmas music. But on the first week of November, bro, let's pump the brakes here. Pump the brakes. Seriously. Christmas music is it's too early for that. It's too early to put on some Christmas music. The first week, seriously? And that's what's happening here today. The first week of November, we're getting some Christmas music. Honestly, I should have saved the Christmas music till the week of Thanksgiving because that's when Black Friday shopping starts, which you can get your new deals on maybe the new Xbox, maybe the new PlayStation 5, maybe that high-tech, race car that your kid wants, or maybe something cool at the toy store that they wanted on their Christmas list. Seriously, it's like literally stuff. It's insane. So yeah, Christmas music needs to be played later, not on the first week of November. Probably on like the week of Thanksgiving. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think about it. Should we have Thanksgiving music? Thanksgiving music? What? Oh my goodness! Oh, see, this is what happens when your mom rushes you out the door so you can get here on time. Cause I can't. I just can't. I can't. So, okay, the question is, should Christmas music be played on the first week of November, the week of Thanksgiving, or on the first day of December? I want to know from you guys. What do you think? Leave your comments below and I will read your answers. But if you take it from me, I prefer the Thanksgiving on the week of Thanksgiving because, who cares about Thanksgiving? It's just a holiday where you give thanks and eat food. Like seriously, I am ready for some turkey this Thanksgiving. Turkey is delicious. Gravy is delicious. Mashed potatoes are also delicious. Cranberry sauce, I'm not into cranberry sauce. I'm not even into pumpkin pie. Yeah, I'm not into pumpkin pie. Yeah, that's right. I don't like pumpkin pie. Yeah. I don't like pumpkin pie. Never tried it, never will. But there was like another pie if I could choose. If there was a chocolate pie for Thanksgiving, I would eat it. Seriously, chocolate pie is the best kind of pie. Seriously, it is. If you've never had it, you should go try it. I think O'Charlie's has a chocolate pie. And it's pretty good. It is splendid. It's very splendid. We got a comment from Nick Miles. He says, December only, in my opinion. Alright. So, Nick Miles, my good buddy Nick Miles, says that Christmas music should be played only in December. That's fair. That's fair opinion. I mean, a lot of people prefer, Christmas music being played in December, just because Christmas is in December. So yeah. So thank you for your comment, Nick. I appreciate you commenting in the comment section for that question. So yeah, moral of this topic is, whichever day, week, month. Well, yeah, day, week, month, year, you listen to Christmas music, you can listen to it any time, seriously, there are no rules, there are no laws saying you cannot listen to Christmas music in, let's say, June or May. You can listen to it any time and be like, yeah, this is good stuff. Besides, if there was a law saying you can't listen to Christmas music except for only in November and December, I'd be like, that is very inconvenient. Because seriously, there shouldn't be any laws. Which I know there aren't any laws for Christmas music not being played any time of the week. So yeah, you can play Christmas music anytime you want. But the stations, like local stations, just do it only once during like November and December. So yeah. Alright. That is it for that topic. So yeah. Right now we're going to go take a break. But when we come back, I'm going to talk about the Ohio State-Penn State game and give my own opinions on it. So yeah, you don't want to miss that. It's going to be crazy. It's also going to be good and informational. So yeah. We're going to take a break. This is Big C in the Morning on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the Unsigned Artists. And now let's get some music up in here. So here is Love So Good by Fresh Fly. That sounds like a good song. I bet it is. Anyways, we'll be right back.
Welcome to my critical mind. Baby, I love the way she makes love to me. Oh, baby, it's
Love so good, can't let it go. Rapping you this love, no. Have you ever had the one you always need and will forever want? Even when he gone off the strongest drugs, that's your antidote. The one that brings love to your mic and knows just how to rock your boat. Someone you would fight with on a regular but bleed for. Even when they're guilty with every blame, the one that you will plead for. Love making impeccable, you buckle to your knees for. The one that pushes you right off the edge and will succeed for. Ooh, you know I love you. Ooh, you know I love you. Put you on a pedestal because I put no one above you. With you my heart belongs. The type of love that lives strong. Get wrapped up in these feelings. When you feeling weak, I'm the one you lean on. You my future and my past, the one that I gotta make last. I'm knocking down your walls so your heart can't take off the mask. I want this all strings attached. You know that I got your back right now. I got you face to face, so good left. No, I never lack. Cause you know I love you. Cause you know I love you. Cause you know I love you. Put you on a pedestal because I put no one above you. Above you, above you. Cause I put no one above you. Put you on a pedestal because I put no one above you. Put no one above you. I put no one above you. Put you on a pedestal because I put no one above you. Hey. And you know I got your back. Hey, 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 hey. And you know I got your back. Hey, hey, hey. And this it, 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 this is it. My critical mind. And this it, and this it, and this it, and this it. My critical mind.
Molly, when did you get back from Beijing? I gotta know. Ooh, Molly, are you stuck in nostalgia like me?
We are back on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the Unsigned Artist. And this is Big C in the morning, and we're going to go into our second topic today, which is the Ohio State versus Penn State game. But first, we do have some breaking news here, live. Breaking news, and it's breaking election news. Joe Biden has taken over the lead in Pennsylvania and Georgia, with 99% of the reportings in Georgia and 98% of the reportings in Pennsylvania. So it looks like Joe Biden will win the 2020 election and become the 46th president of the United States. But there's some stuff going on this election may never end, but I just want to tell you guys that Joe Biden looks like he's going to become the 46th president of the United States, and yeah, that's the end of the political news. So now into sports, because we need to take a break from politics. It's time for sports. So, Ohio State versus Penn State. This was a game for the ages. Whoops! I almost hit my mic. I didn't mean to. Sorry. Whoops. Accidental. But yeah. Apparently, Ohio State Penn State was a really great game. And Ohio State won 38-25 against the Penn State Nittany Lions, and Penn State goes to 0-2 for the first time since the 1990s, which is crazy. It's crazy, fam. So yeah, Ohio State won. So first quarter, Master Teague ran in for the touchdown, but before that, the first play of the game, Justin Fields hands it off to Garrett Wilson, and Garrett Wilson, he ran all the way down to like the 4-yard line. He ran for 71 yards. That was a 71-yard game from Garrett Wilson. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, that was the most beautiful play of this game. I don't care. That was awesome. That was awesome by Garrett Wilson. That was amazing. That was the best play I've ever seen in my life. Well, one of the best plays I've ever seen in my life. That was pretty neat. That was the neatest play I ever seen. That was so clean, so fresh, so clean. And then Master Teague ran in for the touchdown. Blake Hobbio got the field goal. I mean, the point after field goal. I can't. I can't football right, people. I just can't. I can't. And then Chris Olave caught a 26-yard touchdown pass from Justin Fields. Blake Hobbio got the point after. And then a few plays later, Penn State got a field goal. A measly little field goal. So it's 21-3 going into the second quarter. And boy, the second quarter, it was interesting. Blake Hobbio missed a field goal, and he pulled his groin, I guess. I heard that he suffered a groin injury, so yeah, he pulled his groin during a field goal. That sucks. But then, luckily, couple plays later, with 2:23 left in. Oh, well, I was going. Okay, so the first quarter was 14-3. I'm getting ahead of myself. So there was the missed field goal by Blake Hobbio, and then Jeremy Ruckert caught a 10-yard pass from Justin Fields to score another touchdown to make it 21-3. And then comes at the end of the first half. So it's the second quarter. Justin Fields waits for the clock to run down to 0, and he takes a knee. But the refs reviewed it, and they said, oh, no, there's 1 second left on the clock. You guys got to come back down to the field. You got to come back. There was no time on the clock left. Seriously. It was 2 seconds, and the refs explained to Ryan Day, and Ryan Day was angry, and I bet Ryan Day wanted to, give a gesture to the refs. I'm pretty sure. I can read Ohio State coaches' minds, so I know how they're feeling and how they want to react to the refs. So yeah, I have that ability because I am a very, very hardcore Ohio State fan. I do believe myself. I am. So yeah. So yeah, basically there was 1 second on the clock left. We turn it over and Penn State hits a 50-yard field goal to make it 21-6. And I said to myself, if we lose this game, we're blaming the refs for that. Seriously, the refs gave Penn State 3 points. Seriously, they gave him free points! Free points! You get a point, and you get a point. You get points, you get points. Everybody gets points. Basically, the rest were going crazy with these points, I guess. I don't know. But then third quarter, Penn State strikes and makes it a 1-touchdown game, so it's 21-13. And it's sad. It was sad. I was like sad. And possibly pain. But then Justin Fields threw a deep ball to Chris Olave to make it 28-13. I was like, beautiful. Just beautiful. Seriously. That was the most beautiful pass I have ever seen. That was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful passes. I've seen some beautiful passes in my time. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. It was beautiful. And then kicked the extra point. It was good. 28-13. And then a few plays later, la-di-da-di-da, we kicked a 22-yard field goal and made it to make it 31-13 to bring it to the end of the third quarter. And then the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter got me out of whack. So, Penn State, one of their wide receivers, Jahan Dotson, he caught 2 one-handed passes. He caught 2 passes using only one hand in a row. Seriously, he caught one with his left hand, and then for the touchdown, he caught it with his right hand. I'm like, how do you do that? Seriously, that has never been done before. And I was like, oh my god, is this dude gonna beat us using showing offness? Like, seriously, I feel like Penn State's become like that team that's showing off but doesn't win football games. I don't know, but I feel like they're showing off. I definitely do feel like they're showing off. Like, seriously. I feel like they're showing off. They're showing off but not winning football games. Like, seriously, what's the point, man? What is the actual point? Oh, we got a comment from my good buddy Nick Miles. He says, Justin Fields is a G. Far better than Haskins. Okay, so Nick is saying Justin Fields is better than Haskins. I'm gonna have to agree with you. Haskins, while he actually threw like a bunch of deep passes to his receivers, I just feel like Haskins has been doing good in the run game. He's good in the passing game, but not good in the run game. But Justin Fields is good in the run game and in the passing game. So I do believe Justin Fields is better than Haskins. I agree with you, Nick. That's a great assumption. So, who do you think is better, people? Haskins or Fields? Comment below, and I would like to see what you guys come up with. So, yeah. And you could also put some other quarterbacks in. So, you could put probably Braxton Miller, JT Barrett, Cardell Jones in there. We're like Ohio State's quarterback U, people. It's official. Quarterback U is Ohio State. No doubt. And then the Penn State Nittany Lions went for 2, failed. And then Buckeyes got the football back, threw it to Jeremy Ruckert for a 1-yard pass from Justin Fields, kicked a field goal to make it 38-19. And then Jahan Dotson is back again with the 20-yard pass from Sean Clifford. They went for 2, and the Nittany Lions failed again. And basically, that score, 38-25, was still there at the end of the game. And the Buckeyes won. They're 2-0 overall, 2-0 in the Big Ten, and Penn State's 0-2 overall, 0-2 in the Big Ten. And Penn State, out of all teams in the Big Ten East, is in last place. I repeat, people, last place. Penn State's last place in the Big Ten East. I thought that place was, for Rutgers, but apparently no. it's apparently for Penn State. But I know Penn State's probably going to beat Rutgers, so Rutgers can be last place. So yeah, but Rutgers actually did beat Michigan State, which was crazy. But they couldn't beat Indiana. And talk about epic fails. That team up north lost to Michigan State. That is hilarious. When I saw that, I was like, seriously? You couldn't beat your rival Michigan State in your home stadium? Bro, what are you doing? Michigan is fumbling, people. That team up north is fumbling. But does this mean that they will... But here's the big thing. They got to play Indiana this week. And I am picking Indiana to beat that team up north. There will be no upsets. Michigan will not beat Indiana. Mark that. Write it down, people. Colton says... Big C or Colton says... That team up north will not win against Indiana. Because I'm picking it. Indiana's going to beat that team up north. And oh boy, Ohio State and Indiana is going to be an intense game. Because I think Indiana has a good chance to make, the playoffs. Because they're in 13th. They're looking good. They might not win in the semifinals. But they are looking like Big Ten championship contenders and playoff contenders. Like, seriously, Indiana, they are looking good. They're tied with us in the Big Ten East. So, obviously, when Indiana comes around, it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a big old dogfight. Because after Rutgers, I think Ohio State's got Maryland. And then it's Indiana. So basically the last 4 games are kind of like tough games. Because we got Indiana, we got Illinois, we got Michigan State, and then that team up north. So basically half of the season is 3/4 easy, counting Penn State as a hard game. And then you got the 4 biggest ones. A number 13 Indiana team. Our rivals from Illinois for the Battle of the Illibuck Trophy. Michigan State, who is definitely one of our rivals because, they like to upset us for some reason. But D'Antoni's not there, and Mel Tucker is the new head coach. So, but they did beat but the Spartans did beat that team up north, so that could be a little bit of an issue. But we're just gonna focus on the other games first. And then you got that team up north, which if that team up north loses like a few more games, I've heard from a source that if that team up north loses a few more games, Jim Harbaugh will not be the coach of the Wolverines. And I'll be like, yes. Because I would love to see, Jim Harbaugh lose to Ohio State a 6th time. Because if he does, he'll be known as Rich Rodriguez 2.0. Because Rich Rodriguez went 0-3 against the Buckeyes. And basically, if Jim Harbaugh goes 0-6, it'll be like Rich Rodriguez times 2. Because, 3 times 2 is 6. 0-6, Jim Harbaugh being Rich Rodriguez 2.0. Or times 2. Whichever one you want to call it. That'll be funny. He'd be like the second Michigan coach to go to never beat Ohio State. Because Rich Rodriguez is the first. I think. Isn't he? I think he is. Yeah. Rich Rodriguez is the first ever team up north coach to ever go 0-3. Like never won against the Buckeyes. Which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's make Harbaugh the second. And make him the only, coach to lose to Ohio State like 6 times in a row and never beating him. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. That would definitely be hilarious. So yeah, Yeah. Back to the Penn State game. Ohio State had 526 total yards. Penn State 325. 24 first downs for the Buckeyes. 20 first downs for the Nittany Lions, and then 1 turnover for Penn State. No turnovers for the Buckeyes. Buckeyes win. Justin Fields 28 for 34, 318 yards, 4 touchdowns. Master Teague 110 yards, 1 touchdown, 23 carries. And then Chris Olave, 7 receptions, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. So far, the Buckeyes, they're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. And honestly, I feel like Ohio State should have moved up to number 2 and Clemson to number 3 because, come on, Clemson almost lost to Boston College. Seriously. Why are you still making them the number 1 team in America? It makes no sense. See, Alabama should be number 1, then us at number 2, and Clemson 3. But whatever, the AP poll is weird. But yeah, looking at the Big Ten standings, somehow Northwestern and Purdue and possibly Wisconsin are tied for first in the Big Ten West. If we verse Purdue in the Big Ten championship, guess who's going to win? Ohio State, because we are looking for revenge. Because Purdue will not, I repeat, will not beat us if they verse us this season. Because seriously, Purdue is not even that good. How they're 2-0, I don't know. It makes no sense. But anyways, let's focus on this week's game. Tomorrow night, the Buckeyes will go up against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, or as I like to call them, the fake Scarlet team of the Big Ten, because there's only one Scarlet team, and that is the Ohio State University Buckeyes. Not Rutgers. They're not Scarlet. They're not. They're just not. So Rutgers is 1-1, shockingly. Overall and in the Big Ten, Ohio State's undefeated in overall and in the Big Ten. And according to ESPN, we have a 98.6% chance to beat Rutgers, which I like those odds. But we never must underestimate Rutgers because they beat Michigan State somehow. I don't know. This was a Michigan State team that they lost to 27-0 last season. But somehow Greg Schiano is trying to be like, hey, Rutgers is relevant again. And remember, Greg Schiano is a former defensive coordinator from Ohio State. So that is something important. But I think Rutgers will score a few points. But I don't think that they will beat Ohio State. Because Rutgers will never beat us. True facts. Rutgers will never, ever beat Ohio State. Never. So I'm going to predict the score. Ohio State 63, Rutgers 14. So yeah, the Buckeyes will win 63-14 against Rutgers. So that would be, try doing the math in my head. How much would that be? 49 points. The Buckeyes will beat Rutgers by 49 points. I'm calling it. If you'd like to leave your predictions in the comments, leave them there. And I will read them on the air. But I'm pretty sure not a lot of people care about football. But I care about football. Because football is awesome. It is the greatest sport ever made. Well, that and bowling. Bowling's pretty good. But anyways, yep. Ohio State's going to win. So, there's that. Alright. Now that we're done talking about Ohio State, we need to take a break. And when we come back, it's the fumble of the week. And you'll like it. You'll like this fumble of the week. So yeah, let's take a break. This is Big C in the Morning on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the Unsigned Artist. Now let's get another song popping in here. Here's Endure by Renee Dion. That's a pretty good song too. Anyways, we'll be right back.
What I liked the most about Ohio Media School was the hands-on training, like super hands-on. When I say that, like you think that you'll come and you'll sit in class, you're not, you're probably there 15 minutes, and then you're straight to work, like if you're in a regular business already. It really prepares you for your business. Speaking of business, it's really prepared me as well as getting my LLCs and everything together for marketing and media branching off. And I'll give a special shout out to Nikia, Justin, Philip, everybody else in our media school. Thank you. Awesome.
We're back on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the Unsiris, and this is Big C in the morning, and now it is time for the Fumble of the Week. This Fumble of the Week goes to a pretty intense subject, science. Remember when scientists said that there was supposed to be some kind of meteor supposed to hit us the day before Election Day. Well, where's the meteor? Where is the meteor, science? Where is the meteor? Where is the meteor? There is no meteor. It did not hit us. It went past us. It went wide right, just like a Florida State field goal kicker. Kicking the football wide right and hit it, missing the goal completely. So, yeah, there was no meteor. Science, what are you doing? What are you doing, science? Why did you say that there was a meteor heading towards us? Like direct collision course. It missed us completely. Seriously, science. Why did I have to take you all those years in grade school? Why? Are you just trying to make me look, smarter? Because I think that's what you were trying to do. Make me look smarter. Make me look like a gentleman of science. The only scientist I believe is Albert Einstein, and that guy had great hair. Seriously, did you see his hair? It was all crazy and gray. That was some cool hair. And he developed E equals MC squared. I don't know what that is, but I think it's pretty well. Oh, actually, I know what E equals MC squared. It's, well, I forget because, E equals MC squared is a tough thing to talk about because, it's science. And I forget science. I haven't been in grade school since 2019, people. And that is so long ago that I don't want to go back to grade school. Because, let's be honest, grade school, it's tough. Seriously, I almost failed, geometry. Seriously, geometry is hard, science is hard, seriously. Anything science that I take is hard. Even human body systems was hard for me. Seriously, I don't like, science that much. The only subject I prefer is history. Because history is more of a gentleman's subject, not science. Because science, it can be off. It can be off sometimes, seriously. Science can be way off. And sometimes it's right 99.99% of the time. And that 0.01% is that meteor that they said was going to hit us. It did not hit us. Instead, and I said instead, it passed us. So basically, the moral of the story is, people, you can never trust science. Sometimes, when they say, "Oh, a meteor is about to hit us," just remember that the meteor that was supposed to hit us November 2nd didn't hit us. So, basically, science is somewhat of an okay subject. It just might not be right most of the time, but sometimes you might get it right. But just remember, 0.01% means it probably won't happen. Which means it definitely won't happen. So, yeah. Again, science, sometimes not correct. That's just simple. So yeah, the fumble of the week goes to science. Thank you, science, for reminding me what I had to go through back in grade school. A lot of incorrect theories and hypotheses. Because seriously, nobody likes science. Nobody. Well, maybe except for scientists. So, yeah. Scientists, not my big subject. And that's why they received this week's Fumble of the Week. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. It is 11 o'clock, so it's time for me to get out of here. So, yeah, next week, 2 new topics. I'll have to think about them for a while, so yeah. 2 new topics, we'll talk about them. It's going to be lit. It's going to be great. And I know all of you will enjoy it. So, yeah, this has been Big C in the Morning on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the Unsigned Artists. My name is Big C, and I am out of here. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, Have a great rest of your Friday and a great weekend. And also, go Bucks. Go Bucks.